Alright, enough preamble, let's get straight into it. Woohoo! Now what were we up to? We were up to what we're getting... Jesus, okay, Banjo, he's up. We were up to what we were doing in every single other episode. We're getting jiggies and progressing in the story, so let's keep doing that. Oh, bro, I love Leaky. Look at this little bucket. Look at this little bucket, lad. He's... Okay, now this is something that even as a kid, you're like, okay, this doesn't make sense. So he's leaking, right? So you gotta fill him up with eggs, and that plugs the hole? Like, I guess. I mean, look, we're a bear and a bird hunting down a witch. You know what I mean? None of this is meant to make sense. We just sort of have to accept it as it goes, I think. Get some notes on the top. Get some notes on the top. Look at that. Look at this little sandcastle. Now, this is what I was talking about before. This sand... Oh, it's so clever. We'll go and we'll have a little look around first, and then I'll further explain myself. A furball. You're looking wise. Solve my puzzle and win a prize, see? Alright, so the puzzle's pretty basic. You just have to spell Banjo-Kazooie on the sandcastle floor. But something just so clever about this area is that this is actually where you put cheat codes in for the game. So, there are certain phrases and words. First, you have to put in the word cheat. Well, let me explain it in a way that makes sense, because I'll start at the start. So there's a book in this game called Cheeto. We'll meet him later. And he teaches you in-game cheats. So they're more like buffs. But there's also sneaky, not in-game cheats, where you type the word cheat on the sandcastle floor, and then a certain phrase. So the one that would always help me the most would be the phrase, give the bear lots of air, which would obviously give you infinite air, which made the levels with underwater themes much easier for me to do as a kid. But I made a promise, and I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to do it without cheats, and we'll see how that goes. It might result in a drowning, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. And there's also one sort of cheat thing, which I want to show you. Wait, that was one. There's another way. There we go. I want to show you by the end. Some of you probably know what it is if you know about Stop and Swap. But there's a little fun thing, but that'll be saved all the way for the end. Oh yeah, so by the way, this crab was a total liar and he was just going to cut us up, but he should have probably thought about that before, because he's sort of dead now. And we get to steal his jiggy, so that's fun too. Fun. Alright, let's get out of this little cheater's realm, hey? We should never have to go there again until the end of the game. Oh, there is something I wanted to mention. Now I told you that I've been procrastinating and putting off playing these games, because, you know, that's what I do. I'm a procrastinator. One of the things I did while I was procrastinating, because, you know, you put little roadblocks ahead of yourself. Sometimes you'll be like, oh no, I can't possibly wash my socks before I've, you know, watched this entire film because I'm already part way through it. Or you'd be like, oh, I couldn't possibly do this, like, wash my socks until I've organised my liquor cabinet. I don't know, that was a weird example, but you get what I mean. You put roadblocks ahead of yourself. So, a funny roadblock I put ahead of myself was, oh, I need to play this on original Nintendo 64 hardware. Which means that screen capture was a bit of a problem. Because screen capture for anything that's not HDMI is a bit of a pain in the ass. So, I went out, found a expensive little Elgato with a RGB connection. Still have it, plugged it all in, worked it all out, got it recording, and I would tell myself, oh, look how... Actually, you know what? We'll go down. I don't want to fly. We'll get these first. I would tell myself, look at that. Look at the pixels and the terrible quality. That's what the people want. And I thought, that's, you know, that's authentic. And then I finally came to terms with the fact that, no, that's just me putting off making these videos. So I instead decided to not do that and have it be in terrible quality, and instead use a, well, let's just say a less authentic method, resulting in this screen. A less authentic method, but my god is it crisp. Look at the crispness of that. Like, obviously the graphics don't look any better. The graphics are old. We get it. But, man, do they look just gorgeous and crisp and clean lines. You know what I mean? And, like, this is what the people want. Like, people respect old school graphics, but they don't want to look at a screen that looks like it's covered in Vaseline. So, yeah, I think I learned my lesson on that. I think old school hardware definitely matters less than quality visuals. Yeah, no, I just thought that was a fun little tale to tell you guys about me being a little piece of shit and putting off things in my life. But hopefully, this lot of videos that I'm making at the start, because I'm making them in batches, obviously. Hopefully this little batch of videos that we make at the start represents an actual beginning. Now, I'm hoping that I stick to this and I actually start making content on the regular. Now, I'm hoping to aim for 2 videos a week. I know that might be a pretty weak upload schedule, but I really don't want to overwhelm myself and burn myself out, sort of thing. And I'm like, oh, burn out at 2 videos a week. But really, I don't want to lose interest in my own projects. So eventually it probably will pick up. But seeing as I am recording and editing and, you know, editing, by the way, yeah, really good editing. But seeing as I'm doing all the work on my own, I really don't want to lose interest in my own projects. So I reckon what I'm going to do is 2 a week to start with. That way I'll get a nice bank behind me, and if I miss a week, I can still have things to edit. Ooh, okay, let's just enter, I won't get that. I'll still have things to edit and work on, so yeah. I think that makes more sense. Anyway, enough of me totally ignoring the game in favour of... Wow, I'm really bad at talking about the game in favour of my own rambling rants about things that you really probably don't care about. We're smashing X's right now. I guess as a bit of a buried treasure meme. And they point the way to the next one. Now, we're meant to be using the bloody flying discs to fly to the next one, but there's stuff on the way, you know, so why not just get the stuff on the way? Anyway, here we go. Now, this is where the mystery thickens. Oh my goodness. I'll never find the treasure chest now. Where could he possibly be? I have no idea. Where could he possibly have gone? It's a fun little puzzle. I don't think it's meant, well, not really a puzzle, it's more just, I think, meant to be like a trick for 3-year-olds. Just like, oh no, where is he gone? Oh, it's over there. Ooh, look at this chicken devil. Ooh, okay. Chicken bastard. Gotcha. Alright, let's keep going, eh? Well, oh, now, see, this is the point where I have to start thinking. Because, like, normally when I'm playing the game alone, without friends, because I don't have any, normally when I'm playing the game, well, normally, man, I need to work on talking. When I'm playing, okay, for the 5th time, when I'm playing the game on my own, normally, I won't have to talk to myself, which means that I can just keep track of everything in my head. You know, I know exactly where I'm going because I've done it 1,000 times. I just sort of follow the same order. Oh, see? Because I forgot about that Jinjo too, because there's a Jinjo there that I only got because he whistled at me. See, I sort of follow my same order, but it's really surprisingly distracting having to just sort of chat constantly and remember what you're doing. Like, I dread to think what's going to happen if I eventually make it to playing games that I don't know 100%. Because I've, like, been so aggro at, you know, like, well, I'm falling to pieces here. I've been so aggro watching people on YouTube play games and been like, oh my god, it's not that hard, you know, just work it out, or just listen, or just do this. But I've never fully respected the fact that, damn, this is really kind of hard to just keep talking. But, yeah, hopefully you got to the end of that little rant, and we can move on from that and never talk about it again, because it was just the ramblings and absolute madman. Oh, how have we neglected to talk about these bastards? Look how horrifying they are. My god. Freaking clams. They seem too, like, slippery to be clams, though, don't they? They're, like, making, like, mouth-smacking noises. Or is that a click? It might be a click. I've always heard it as, like, a meaty slap. So I've always pictured them to be the consistency of, like, cucumbers. Or, like, pickles in your burger. You know what I mean? But now that I really think about it, it makes much more sense that that's just a clap from a clam. Nearly there. Look at us. Nearly there, nearly there. Oh, if you'll notice, I just noticed, you probably already did because you're not rambling and ranting. Listen. Notice the lack of music because we're so high up? Oh, it's those little touches, you know? It's just those little touches that make a good game great. And all props to Grant Kirkhope. The man who did the music for this game. The man is a musical genius. If you don't know who Grant Kirkhope is, look him up. He has done some of the best game soundtracks there are. Really. He is a marvel. An absolute game... Well, I was about to say game making. He doesn't make the games. An absolute musical marvel. And he's really funny too. He's a really funny guy. And I'm sure Grant Kirkhope would appreciate the shout out from me, a YouTube nobody with literally 0 subscribers. But hey, if you want to check out some good music, check out this little indie bloke I know, Grant Kirkhope. Hey, look at that, 10 out of 10 jiggies, hey? Now, oh Jesus, every time it shocks me, that screen. Now we're missing both honeycomb pieces, are we? Let's see if I can remember where they are. Okay, let me scan the old brain here. And that's not a metaphor, by the way. I'm not looking at a guide or anything. I really am scanning my brain. I'm pretty sure I remember where they are. Let's go this way first. That shark's still dead. That's surprising me. I remember the shark coming back a lot quicker. But we've had no interaction. I mean, we haven't been in the water very much, but it's surprising. Oh, damn, that was extra life. Uh-oh. Shark's still alive? The shark's still alive. Oh, no, he's not! Oh, God! Okay, that genuinely scared me. That was a genuine fear reaction, that. Oh man, I really don't want to look up a guide. It's been so long. I remember where the freaking useless mumbo skulls are. Okay, I remember where one is, and I think I've got an idea where the other one is. I think I was just misremembering, because the green brick texture that was on where that extra life was, I think is used in another spot. So there should be one in, yeah, there's one in this corner. one down there. Let's have to look at a shark. Where is he? There. See, he's playing bloody tricks on me, the shark. I don't want to deal with you, mate. Ooh, I never got him too. And I know this is the little baby way to do it, but I still have a primal fear of this shark, okay? There we go. Alright, shark gotten rid of. Done. Let's get the frickin' thing again. Oh my god, I just remembered where the other one is, and it's in the most obvious place ever. Oh man. See, I'm telling you guys, it's because of talking. The talking really throws you off. Man, I know I said I aim for like a 15-minute mark, but I keep going slightly over. Just because it's kind of tricky to find places to stop. Wait, he's not here? He's gotta be around here. It's I swear, it's definitely on a box in the ocean somewhere. I swear. Because I remember it. I was hoping that was going to be the end of the episode. Looks like this episode's going to run on a little long, guys. There it is. There it is. Right, here we go. And up. And that should be... check totals. Alright, that should be the end of that level. 25 minutes, longer than the last one, and they're going to keep doing that. That's where we'll end this episode. We'll cut over to my ranking system, which, you know, should be a little bit more interesting now because it's going to have more than one ranking on it. But, yeah, I hope to see you again next time, if you're there. And, I'll catch you later. Catch you, lads. Okay, so here we are, ranking number 2. Probably not going to be much more interesting than ranking number 1. Well, it should be approximately twice as interesting as ranking number 1 because we've got a whole extra level to look at. So let's look at this. In number 1, no surprises here, we've got Treasure Trove Cove because it's sick and the soundtrack bops. Thank you, Grant Kirkhope, again. And it's just a lot more entertaining than our number 2 spot, which unfortunately does have to go to Mumbo's Mountain. Sorry, mate, you lost the gold, but you got a silver now. You know what I mean? Let's move on. I'll see you guys in the next episode if you want to watch more of this horrible garbage. And I'll catch you guys later. See yous.